Light Hit My Skin by Caleborate. It's been 2 years since we've heard anything new from Caleborate. Popping back on the scene with the new 16-song album, what's he been up to? How do we feel about it? Here's an honest review of Light Hit My Skin by Caleborate.
Light Hit My Skin by Caleborate. I call it melanin, but you can call it what you want. Caleborate, man. I don't remember how we came across Caleborate's music to begin with. Was it Bang Bang?
No, it was me.
Okay.
Because I think my boy told me about it, and I was like, yo, we should check this out.
Slick? It was
No,
Slick?
somebody I work with.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, shout out to somebody you work with.
Yeah, shout out, man.
Yeah, man. Caleborate, man. How you feel about this album artwork?
Thought it was interesting, man. You know, had the whole spectrum of light on the side. I kind of wish it was like faded into the wall a little bit more, but it's cool. It's a cool album cover.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's definitely different. You know, I do like the rainbow there. It looks like it's reflecting off of his skin too, which is a unique take on it as well. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
The flow of this album, man, I honestly couldn't tell you what Caleborate was trying to do with this one. I've been trying to figure it out. I was confused the first time I listened. I was confused the seventh time I listened.
It's definitely not a very thorough flow, because it's like kind of a little bit of everywhere, so to speak. So I get what you mean by that, because it's just like, I don't know if there was like a specific type of flow he was going for, but towards like the end, it was just like, okay, you know, but that's it.
Highlights, man. First of all, before we continue, if I sound passionate, I just want to let you know I've been drinking.
Really?
Shout out to Beyonce and Jay-Z Drunken Love.
This guy.
Just wanted to throw that out there. So highlights, man. The click, how you say that? Cliquette?
I thought it was click quote, but maybe it's cliquette. Maybe that's the right term.
Cliquote shower,
Yeah.
cliquette shower.
That sounds better.
Either way, I like how he started the joint off. You know, I'm everywhere you want to be, just like a popular bitch. And from that moment on, he was on the flow on that record.
Yeah.
I thought that was fire.
Yeah.
From there, my next song that I actually got into was We Made featuring Samaria.
Okay.
I thought that one was fire. Contact featuring Coda the Friend. If this isn't my favorite song on the album, it's definitely my second favorite song on the album. It's a straight, chill, laid-back record. The music video is him moving out of an apartment. It's really cool. The flow is ridiculous. Coda the Friend came in, and I'm talking about big bootleg drop. Hulk Hogan finishing the fuck Hulk Hogan, but you know, I'm just saying, like, he killed it, straight demolished it. Him and Coda the Friend had some really good chemistry on that. Mud featuring Deontay Hitchcock. They both went in. Deontay Hitchcock is so underrated. If you don't know who Deontay Hitchcock is, kick yourself in the head and go listen to his better album, because it's better than most of the stuff you probably listen to.
Facts.
But yeah, Mud featuring him and Deontay Hitchcock, I thought that was fire. What You Want is great. Untitled Hit Record is another song that I thought was great. And then The Madness featuring, what's that, Tony Sinatra? That was another, Tone Sinatra. That was another joint that I thought that was absolute fire. He was on a roll on all of these records, and I just really liked the flows that he chose. He even kind of like harmonized on a couple of these records. I like the songs that I mentioned.
So you wasn't feeling Homecoming?
No.
What?
That's in my lowlights.
Oh,
we'll get there.
Homecoming was a highlight for me, man. It kind of took me for a spin, because I didn't expect that sound coming from him, but I actually enjoyed it, you know. To me, it just kind of went along with, I thought, what he was trying to present with the theme of this album, which I took as just kind of like, you know, broaden his own horizons as an artist and everything like that. Because like in one of the songs, he had made a point like where he was like, I was wondering why people wasn't feeling Real Person or something like that. That
was Deontay Hitchcock that said that. That was on Mud. But
there was something else he said that made me think about, like, he was kind of contemplating like his sound, like why people wasn't like just like tuning into him. So I just kind of feel like, yo, I'm gonna go on this album and do something different that people ain't expecting, and I appreciated that with that one and No Place to Go, because like those was kind of like the melodic songs on here and everything like that. So I kind of appreciated that approach. Something different that probably people like us who have listened to him wasn't expecting. So I liked it. Pull Up, I love the sound with Pull Up. We Make was really, really dope. Contact with Coda the Friend, man. Bar none, one of the top songs in the project, just because of we always get that raw and honest feel from Caleborate, and just how he tells his story is just in such like his own raw and unique emotional way that comes off doesn't come off like as a sob story or anything like that. He's just telling you real stuff, and the balance that with Coda was just a nice balance that I really, really love both of them on. I'm With You Mud on it, just a fire track, man, bar none. What You Want was dope. Untitled was dope. And The Madness with Tony Sinatra was fire.
Lowlights, Homecoming, and Pull Up immediately. And it's not like I don't like songs with that style of record. I like these songs where they're somewhat alternative. It kind of reminds me of Travis from Gym Class Heroes. I can't remember his last name. Travis McCoy. Mm-hmm. It sounds like something he would make. It sounds like something B.O.B. would make. I can see Lupe Fiasco possibly delving in this, or Lil Wayne on a Rebirth sound. But for some reason, this one just missed me on Caleborate. Same thing with Pull Up. I wasn't feeling this. I don't like any of the skits. I thought they were really annoying and too long. It's like, I get the fact that one of them was him kind of like talking about his fears. I didn't care. It took me out and away from the music, and I felt like it was disconnecting me from the music, because it was actually breaking my concentration really hard. So when the next song would come on, it's kind of like arguably like Lupe Fiasco's Tetsu and Youth, how spring, winter, they're palate cleansers.
And then it'll change the whole mood and everything. Yeah.
These weren't palate cleansers. They would take me completely out of the album. Like, I was just like, and then when the next song would come on, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm listening to Calebrate's new project.
Yeah.
I would have to put myself back in the mindset that I'm listening to his music.
Understandable.
The Game. Who the hell produced this?
Yeah, I agree with you.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
Sonically, that thing is all over the place.
And it's like he has some good bars too, but it was just like that production.
The beat is such a mess. Yeah. I was just like, who okayed this? Who greenlit this? They should be fired. That beat is all over the place. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's pretty much it for my Lowlights. No Place to Go wasn't one of my favorites either, but the Game is the worst song on this project. It made me twice. I stopped the album, did something else, and came back to it because the Game. Like, I think I may have listened to the Game twice. I listened to the album 7 times. I did not listen to the Game more than twice.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm with you on interludes. I felt like the only interlude that kind of made sense in transition was Light number 3, just because it followed a melodic song like No Place to Go, and it followed up with that interlude and then led back into the rapping with What You Want. So I thought that was the only sensible interlude on this album. But with 1 and 2, I just kind of felt like it was just a bother, annoyance that was not needed to be there. I mean, if there was an intention that we missed, let us know in the comments or anything like that. But as far as like Dame was saying, through the flow of the music, it just interrupted our flow of what we were listening to. Enemies on My Side, I don't like the hook. Like,
bad hook.
That hook got in the way of some dope bars. I don't know what it was. Maybe it could have just been a quiet hook or something like that, but it was just the whole Enemies on My Side. It just kind of took the vibe down, and then the rapping brought it back up. But yeah. And the Game, I'm with you on that. The Game was really disappointing because I was really loving what he was saying and what he was delivering, but the production on there was just so crowded. It was just really, really crowded, a lot going on, and I couldn't really, how you're trying to want to bob your head to a song, but then you just like, yo, what's going on? So that's kind of the feeling I had. So those were my Lowlights.
Final thoughts, man. Look, I think Caleborate is definitely a dope MC. If he's trying to figure out why people are not listening to him, I think it's because some people just haven't heard his music. I think it's really just that simple, because you can hear that his stuff is pretty undeniable, especially when you listen to his older projects. Yeah. But I feel like he may have dropped the ball with this one. I feel like he went into some spaces, which is cool and it's daring and it's really cool that you wanted to try something new. But I feel like technically he failed at doing, like, he might feel good about what happened, but audibly and sonically, I don't feel like it hit a peak of where that sound is better than what he already was producing on his other projects.
I feel you. I mean, I won't say he failed. I would just say, like, there was just some, missed attempts on this album that didn't fall through what I think probably his vision was. For the most part, I feel him sonically and like artistically where he's trying to go with his music, because I feel like he was trying to take it a notch further by broadening his horizons, his sound and everything like that, and try to just to, open up his audience a little bit more. Personally, I don't know what he's been through. Maybe there's a lot of things that we don't know about that is meaningful to him on this album, and that's always the case as well. But I thought this was a nice attempt at trying, to flesh out a different sound for him. And, it's just a few hiccups here and there that just kind of got in the way of what we've heard in the past sonically, of how, he just kills it all the way through and everything like that. Usually there's no really bumps in the road for him. So I just feel like sonically this wasn't all 100% just because of the issues that we disclose in our lowlights and everything like that. But I'm still excited for him as an artist. I think, I always love hearing him and his hunger and everything like that. So shouts out to you.
Final grade. Look, man, this is tough for me. I really like Caleborate, but I'm going to give him an X. Simply because I like half of the project, and I feel like the tiebreaker record is The Game and Enemies on My Side, where I feel like there's dope stuff being said, but the weak hook and the crazy sounding beat on Enemy on My Side and then on The Game bring the whole record to me to the point where it's X. Do I feel like there's nothing on this album for you to listen to? That's not what I'm saying. There's definitely absolutely stellar records on here, but as a whole collective project, I have to give it an X.
I'm going to give it a dash, because I'm going to come back to some of these songs, and I like the way he's going with. So, as far as the missteps I explained and everything like that, I still feel like he's on a, good trajectory of what he just got to clean it up, tighten it up, not have so many unwasted moments in the album that don't need to be there sonically. And I think he'll do fine on this next one. But shout out to this one because I like all the collaborations he had and everything like that.
Word.